Hello and welcome back to Ask Master with Aaliyah. I'm your TV host show, Aaliyah Nuru, and this is Master Sri Akarshana, who
Namaste
is going to be answering all your questions. So I'm going to get right into it today, and we have a lot of interesting questions coming up. And like we said from the last few sessions, we're no longer talking about dreams.
Please, no more questions on dreams, Aaliyah.
So I know there's a lot of questions about dreams and snakes and all of that coming up, but we're going to let the dreams one go for now. We're going to move on to a new topic, which is very interesting. I'm going to bring out the question right now, but it's a question that I have had come up a couple of times, and sometimes I think I know the answer and I realize, but then again it comes up in different ways, so it's a nice one to bring up today. This is a question from Sunita. Sunita is saying that this is something that I'm seeking clarity for some time. They say the universe knows what is right for you. Trust. Also, what is destined for you will come to you when it has come to you, when the time is right. So what is it? Is it destiny or is it manifestation?
Beautiful. I want to hear, can we do Ask Aaliyah instead? I want to hear your point of view. Can you give me your point of view first on it?
Well, I feel like I grew up kind of really believing in having what is meant for you will come to you and what is meant to be will always be. But then at the same time, it's also you create your own reality. You manifest what you can manifest what you want to manifest. And I feel like it's both those things intertwined within each other, where we've been created in such a way that we think we're doing all these things with our own will, but really everything that we go through in life is us manifesting our own destiny. So I don't know. It's the same thing, really. I don't know.
Okay, that's a beautiful answer, and also I have spoken on a very similar level, explaining it in exactly the same way. However, today we want to explain something that I've never explained in this way before, to this question anyway, and for it to make sense for everybody. So if we look at this, so let's say the universe or God or our mother nature or mother universe or whatever we want to call that extended version, that higher power, treat them as if they are like a parent, our angel, our something looking over us, our guardian angel. So we're saying that, he or she will give us what is meant for us. We will receive what is meant for us. So if you think of it from a parent point of view, right, we can say, okay, well, parents will just give us what they give us and we'll just have to live with what they give us, right? But if we become the parent and we observe, so how do we look at this situation? It's like the story where they talk about the boy who asked for the ice cream from dad and says, daddy, I want ice cream. And then he begs for a long time, and then daddy says, okay, you know what, let's get you an ice cream. So the ice cream man gets him an ice cream. And then what happens is he dances, jumps up and down, really, really happy. And then what happens is before he even takes the first lick, the ice cream falls on the floor. And then he starts crying. And after crying, what happens is he asks daddy, he says, daddy. And he goes, and I want another ice cream. Then daddy takes him to the ice cream man. So then he looks at the triple scoop and he says, daddy, but this time I want the triple scoop, you know. And you being the parent, you need to ask yourself the question, okay, so am I going to give him the triple scoop? Because the reality is he can handle the single scoop. The triple scoop now is even more dangerous, you know, it's even more to handle. So I think in that same sense, it's like the universe, or some people like to say, God will only give you what you can handle. True. So how do you change what you can handle? Do you get what I'm saying? So at the same time as what you're saying is absolutely true, this is a different perspective to look at it and say, hey, if I can become stronger, if I can become more powerful, if I can become more capable to receive more, then the universe will deliver more. So is it saying that destiny is fixed? they'll just give me whatever I can handle, or they've got it all set out. They've got it all set out for you based on how you are right now. So change the capacity, change your container, equip yourself better, do more practice, become stronger, become a more powerful soul, equip yourself with more skills. And then what will happen is the universe will be able to observe that and say, hey, you're ready for more now, so I'll give you more.
Yeah, that's actually so beautiful, because not only does it lead into our next question, but the next question is about relationships from someone. And I was listening to this morning something about relationships and how so many people complain and say that, you know, I lost this man, or this girl broke up with me and I'm so heartbroken and I don't know how, but I manifested this person and now I've lost them, or I'm just looking for a partner and I can't find the right person. But it's all about really equipping yourself to be the perfect match for that person, because if you're in a vibration that's not a match to that person, then you're gonna keep attracting people that are not right for you.
That's why a lot of people, they always say, why do I keep attracting the same idiots? Right?
Well, ask yourself that question.
We always end up pointing our finger outwards and then always blaming everything happening to us. But it's really about pointing the finger inwards, looking deep down inside. Hey, what is my vibration right now? What is the way I think? What is the way I act? And therefore, I will only attract what I am, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy, because that's what actually this morning we were talking to the wealth yogis about. And before we did our meditation in the morning, we were just explaining how it's really easy to project all your problems and issues and fears and insecurities and all those things that you have inside you. It's very easy to project them out into the open and then say, why is this happening to me? Instead of looking within and trying to fix what's within, and knowing and understanding that when you fix what's inside you, you won't have to worry about what else is coming, because if you're at a good vibration and if you're okay, then everything else will naturally fall into place and everything will come together. That's how people who manifest and people who are just so you look at some people and they have everything and everything just flows so perfectly for them. And a really funny example would be my parents, where my mom is this person who plans and plans and plans, but she's super stressed about every single thing. Like, she'll wake up like 3 hours early thinking, oh, we've got guests today and there's not enough bread, you know. And my
hi Mom, if you're watching. Your daughter speaks highly of you.
No, I really love you. My dad is exactly the opposite, where he's just so easygoing. My mom calls him happy-go-lucky, you know. And my dad will literally leave an hour late to the airport and somehow the plane will still be there waiting for him, and he'll be like, hey, yeah, it's fine. And everything always works out for him. And my mom will plan like months, years in advance, and she was like, nothing ever works out for me. And I'm just like, well, just understanding and seeing the difference between that. It's really fixing what's inside, and then everything else falls into place. And another really easy way that I used to teach the children at nursery is when you point outwards and you're pointing a finger out, it's the rest of the fingers that are pointing back to you.
Beautiful,
you know?
beautiful.
Yeah. So going on to our next question for relationships, which is one we get very often.
How do I get my expert? Do they want the expert?
How can I manifest a specific person?
Okay.
So this is from Ebony. She's saying, I'm trying to manifest a person. I've been doing the technique that was suggested. What actions do I take afterwards if I don't any information in the person I'm trying to manifest?
What is the question?
I think she's just trying to say, I'm not sure what techniques that she's talking about, but just basically, can you manifest the person?
Well, we manifest each other, right?
Yeah.
You manifest me, I manifest you, we manifest being here. Everything is manifestation. I think people, do you not feel people feel that, like, you tell me, Aaliyah, what you feel law of attraction is. What is manifestation to you?
That's just so crazy because I was asking the question. I'm like, my next question is going to be, what is manifestation?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is manifestation? Because people always say, I want to manifest something. I want to manifest something. And I think it's because they got the wrong idea of manifestation. That's why they're asking that question. what do you feel what manifestation is?
Okay, I'll answer and then you have to answer because I have the same question.
Okay.
Well, for me, law of attraction is really just that simple. It's the art of allowing. It's asking, having the faith that you're going to get it, and like you said, that the midpoint where everyone talks about, there's a lot of different things said about that midpoint, you know. Some say it's action, some say it's equipping yourself, and I think all of those things are essentially the same thing, because equipping yourself to be that, to receive everything, being in that vibration, to receive, letting go of all barriers and detaching, all of those are essentially, you know, taking action. They're all essentially the same thing, as just allowing that manifestation to come in. So it's just law of attraction is just asking and equipping yourself, taking action, detaching, all those things.
So it's everything.
In that midpoint is just that believing,
and then allowing is just
receive.
one part of it.
Yeah. Well,
is also not the whole part of it.
No, not the whole part of it. But
because that's the problem. That's a misconception, right? A lot of people are sitting at home. I'm allowing it to come my way, but it's not coming my way right now, right?
But you're not though. Like how are you allowing yourself? Like, I mean, manifestation is something as simple as like, oh, I want to go out. I'm really craving pizza right now, and I want a pizza. So it's like you have, like, the universe has equipped you with a car. It's equipped you with a pizza place right around the corner.
Or maybe they've equipped themselves also with that thing.
You know, you've got the money. You've got pizza delivery. You've got all these options. You know, and it's like, you can go and do it. You know, you can call someone to bring it. There's so many different ways.
You see, I think like the back end of this answer is literally going to the place that I'm thinking about right now, is that I think people should ask themselves the question, right? Is, how did you manifest breakfast this morning? Mm. How did you manifest brushing your teeth last night? Right? And I think once they start understanding that is on the most simplest understanding of manifestation, then they start realizing, wait there a second, what does that mean? I didn't manifest it. So if you think you didn't manifest brushing your teeth, or you didn't manifest your breakfast this morning, well, how do you think it arrived? That's different. I ordered it. So I think it's understanding, number one, is that everything in our life is manifested. This Ask Master cushion is manifested. How did we manifest this thing? We manifested by thinking about it. We manifested by talking about it. We manifested by taking the action to order it. We manifested by needing to invest in it, use money to invest in it. We manifested by, when the delivery guy came, we opened our arms and say, hey, that's my delivery, instead of saying, I don't recognize that delivery. And we manifested it onto the show by taking the action to place it on the show. And we manifested it for people to see by needing to press record and start the show. This pillow was not so easy. There were a lot of parts involved in this. And so, first of all, I think people need to understand manifestation. Everything in reality is manifesting. So now that we ask ourselves the question, how did I manifest breakfast this morning? Use exactly the same method to manifest the things we want to manifest in life, right? So don't sit at home thinking, okay, I read in The Secret, so therefore it's some mystical thing where I should sit here and I should close my eyes and I should just say affirmations all day long. It's the whole process. You've manifested everything in your life so far. See how you've done it. Look back at the things that have worked for you, not worked for you, and then figure it out. It's like that, right?
I think what a lot of the thing about manifestation right now has become this magic word, where manifestation in reality is just, it's another doing word. You know, it's a new word that people have latched onto and say manifestation. But I think the reason it came out is just to help people realize that the way you manifest really small things like a cup of water and your bed, and your friends around you, the same way you can manifest the bigger things, the unimaginable things, the things that go above and beyond that you believe that you can achieve. You know, manifestation is just is kind of like it's not really, it's an explanation for a way to tell everyone, to show everyone that you can achieve anything that you do want to achieve, but it's not just everything's going to fall into my lap, with which people have started to believe
But I think it's like this. I don't know if you see this as well, Aaliyah, is that from the beginning, it's like people are just in the hustle, doing, and they're finding it tackling. The secret comes out from all these different books and concepts and everything, which talks about vibrations. Oh, wow. Vibrations, affirmations, visualization, okay, which is what we call the non-physical. So that was a surprise to us, which it corresponds. It makes a huge difference. So actually, just by hustling alone is not it. That's true. So there is a secret. But the interesting thing is people went from the hustle to, so 100% hustle to 100% secret.
Yeah, the opposite.
So what they didn't realize was, no, the secret was the missing part. So what it means is, how do you do the hustle? How do you apply the secret at the same time, both things, and then you get the magic? So now it's coming to this consciousness level. I think people are only beginning to realize. It's not saying one or the other. It's saying, hey, the physical and the non-physical, if you combine it, wow, everything's going to manifest so much faster. So understand both and do both.
And everything makes a lot more sense when you combine. Because when people are just in the physical world, when you only looking at money and hustle and working and, you know, non-stop stress and all of that, it's taking away the stress part of it. It's taking away it's not only about the physical world, and helping you understand that we are so much more. We're such rounded beings where there's so much more to life. But then there's also, but then they go straight into, okay, it's not just about, I'm just going to close my eyes and breathe and, you know, just become a monk or something. You know, if you want to live a normal life and you want to achieve all these results and you have all these dreams and aspirations, you have to combine both.
Go for it.
Both spiritual and non-spiritual, which is what this is what we were talking about this morning with the wealth yogis. We were just explaining to them that both are as important as each other, not one more or one less, but you have to kind of do both, use both, master both if you actually want to get anywhere. If you want to do the things that you want to do, get to the places you want to get. They're both tools, you know? And I feel like people sometimes forget that, or they get so used to being in the stress and the hurt and the pain of the physical life that they just dive right into the non-physical.
They try to revert to something else. Everybody wants the magic button formula.
Yeah.
Then it's not saying there isn't a magic button formula. It's saying you should combine the magic button formula with what you're doing existing, which is the physical and the actions.
Yeah. Because we can't just live in the non-physical world. We're physical beings. We're here
Some
for a
people
reason.
do, though. Some people just close their eyes, visualize, meditate for the rest of their lives. I'm just going to stay in this world.
Well, that's okay for them. If you don't want to manifest people,
yeah.
you know,
if they don't want to manifest in this dimension, then it works out. Just close your eyes.
That's fine for you. But if you're in the physical dimension and you do want to achieve things, and you do have dreams and goals and aspirations, and you do want to be happy, and you want all of that stuff that you're asking for and you're talking about, it's a combination of the two. It's not one or the other. It's not less of more or less or more of whatever. It's a combination of the two, using both of them and aligning both of those things to really get to where you want to get to. Yeah.
Amen to that.
Amen, sister. My inner black girl's coming out. So I think that's really all for today.
I think that is as well. It's a beautiful topic, though. I think I think a lot of people can take a lot from it.
Yeah, I think when it comes to relationships, a lot of people have a lot of different questions. A lot of people are hurting when it comes to relationships, and I think maybe we should talk about that next episode. Next episode. Yeah. So if you're interested in relationships and if you have any questions around those, then you can ask them in the CC Plus Discord box, and you know where to go. all of you have been asking your questions on there. And if you like this episode, please subscribe, thumbs up, and let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know below. For now, that's all. Salam and namaste.
Namaste.